Hi everyone, I'm Sarah Childhood Finds. Welcome to my channel. It's a big day for me. It's a really big day and I wanted to make a short video about it because it's something I have been working towards for a couple years now as a full-time reseller. And I'm hoping that now that I've hit this goal, the sky's the limit. I officially became a six-figure reseller on eBay today. And if you want to know the item that pushed me over the edge, it was this little Boyd's bear. Which again, you don't have to sell big fancy items to be a six-figure reseller. Hence, this Boyd's Bear is what pushed me over the edge. And it happened overnight. I am just so over the moon about it because it's something I have really been striving towards. And I didn't know if I was ever going to be able to hit it. I didn't know if I was going to have the ability or the knowledge, any of that. So I really feel excited that I'm growing. Am I as big as other resellers that do this full time? Nope, not at all. Do I know as much? Nope, not at all. But I am improving for my own self. And that's what I'm always trying to focus on is my own goals. Because when you continue to compare yourself to others, it is a complete detriment to your future. So what I thought I wanted to do in this video is I want to celebrate. I finally hit this goal, but I also want to use this momentum to set some other goals towards the end of the year. So I want to set a bunch of goals that I'm going to see what I can hit by the end of the year because I'm going to try to use this momentum to push as much as I can and end this out as my best year ever. And what I'd like you to do in the comments is tell me what goals you have, until the end of the year. It doesn't have to be reselling related. It could be content creation. You'll see some content creation ones I have. It could be lose 5 pounds. It could be walk 10,000 steps a day. I don't care what it is. I just want you to share if you are comfortable, and then maybe we can support each other. So I have some lofty goals that I'm going to share with you. And I have some shoot for the moon goals that are definitely not going to happen, but I'm just going to say them. And so I tried to make these goals difficult, but realistic. So ones that I could meet, because if you set goals that you know you're never going to meet, it's going to kill the motivation and kill the willingness to keep trying. So I set these as difficult ones, but not impossible. And the one thing I will say is they will be even harder because I do have a trip coming up where I will pretty much be not working on my business at all for 10 days. So I'm going to have to really push. So let me tell you some of the goals that I have for myself. So let's start with reselling related ones. I want to get, on my eBay account, it shows that I have sold 8,800 items since I started selling. So I want to get that to 9,100 by the new year. And of course, I'd love to hit 10,000, but that's not realistic because that would be just a fun number to have. So 9,100 is going to be difficult, but possible. I just ticked over 8,800 a couple days ago. So I think if I really, really push that I could get there. And then in relation to how much I sold in gross sales, I want to do 110,000 in gross sales by the end of the year. And that one I definitely think I can hit. And just a disclaimer, guys, just because I sold 100,000 does not in any way, shape, or form mean I made that much. You can see here that my net sales are around 60,000, and then that still doesn't factor in taxes, cost of goods, everything. So that's one thing you do need to consider that, yes, being a six-figure reseller, I am so excited about it. But there's still a lot that comes out and a lot that goes into it. So maybe next year's goal should be to be a six-figure net profit reseller. That would really be something if I could get there. But back to the goals. So 110,000 in sales on eBay and gross sales. I want to hit 9,100 sales on eBay. And then I want to get down to under 10,000 in my debt that I have. And of course, the dream would be to pay it off. That's the absolute shoot for the moon dream goal, but not going to probably happen by the end of the year like I was hoping in previous videos. I just had too many setbacks. I had pet stuff, truck stuff, too many things that just kicked me a little. But I'm recovering from that. So my goal is to have under 10,000 by the end of this year, because then that's going to feel so much more manageable going into the new year. So that that one is really important to me. And then I want to have 300 cross-listing sales because I've been really working on my cross-listing So I want to have 300 across my other platforms. And that's going to be Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, Etsy, and then maybe I'll include Facebook Marketplace. I don't know. That one is I kind of have been bad about it because I just haven't wanted to meet with other humans. So I have been kind of avoiding that one. So 300 across the 4 online reselling sites. And now I want to talk a little bit about some content creation goals. So I now have 3 platforms that I do content creation on. That's here, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. So here on YouTube, I want to hit 4,000 subscribers by the end of the year. My goal that I had set at the beginning of this year was 5,000, but I just don't think that I'm going to get there because I'm not going to be able to get out as many videos in December, being gone for the first part. So I want to do 4,000 subscribers on YouTube. And then on Facebook, this one might be a little too lofty. I want to hit 500 on Facebook. I'm over 150 now, so it's definitely possible, but difficult. So there's that one. And then on TikTok. So I want to say 10,000 on TikTok because TikTok, 10,000 is basically the magic number to start monetizing your content, along with you have to have 100,000 views on your content within 30 days, along with 10,000 followers. But I think the realistic number on TikTok will be, let's say, 7,000. So I want to try to hit 7,000 by the end of the year. If I can push really hard, maybe I can hit 10,000, but I'm going to shoot for 7,000. So I think those are going to be my goals towards the end for the last of 2025. And I'm hoping I can meet most of them, or at least some of them. They are definitely high-reaching goals on some of them, but I want to use this momentum because I have been trying to be a 6-figure reseller I started full-time reselling in August of 2022, if I am remembering correctly. And it's been a goal that I've been trying to hit. And now I finally feel like I've got my business to the point that I can maintain this and continue to grow a little bit more. When I get to the point I have enough that I can provide for myself, my pets, and be able to do some stuff and live a little. So this isn't a super reselling video, but I thought we could motivate each other. I would love to hear any of your goals. And then at the beginning of January, I will do another update. I'll let you know how I did on these goals, where I'm at, and then I will set goals for 2026. If you can believe it or not, that is right around the corner. So guys, thank you as always so much for all of your support. You have all been so wonderful to me. It's been a very difficult year, and I'm trying not to get emotional thinking about everything, but it's been the hardest year of my life. I've gone through a lot in my life, but this one mentally has been the most difficult. So I just want to say and reach out my gratitude to all of you for all of your support. Here's to hoping all of us can continue to grow into the new year. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you on the next video.